So now we're going to add in our next movement. So this is the fourth one. And this is where we start into leg movement, which is a theme through the whole series, which is that I'm once again going to sink into my right leg. And this time, instead of stepping out sideways with my left leg, I turn it on the ball of the foot. So there's a little bit of a space now between the 2 feet. And then I step straight forward like that. So my foot is still in a line underneath my pelvis. Like if I step forward, I will be basically down in a line on top of from my hip joint down onto my foot. You'll see my knee shows coming in just a little bit, but the basic alignment is down to through from my hip to my foot. And the movement, therefore, is just turning out and stepping forward like that. So just see if you can get the feel of that. And then you go forward onto the front foot, and you full weight bearing on that front foot, but you will notice that my back foot, as I come forward, the heel gets pulled up. So it's a straight line down the back of the leg, but the heel doesn't stay flat on the floor, it gets pulled up with the motion forward. And if you look down from my front knee, you can see that I haven't sunk forward than the toe of my foot. I'm coming just over top of it. So my whole upper body stays quite straight. And instead of sinking down and going like this, if anything, my next direction would be coming right up over top of that foot. So there's a real stability that's happening. Now you don't do that, but that's kind of the amount of commitment that you have to that foot and the amount that you stay over top of yourself as your back heel comes up. So that's the lower body movement. So I'm just going to show it to you again. You turn out with the heel of your foot, step forward, and then come forward with the heel going up on the back foot. And then watch what happens when I go back again. I'm flat on my back foot, but now the toe is up on my front foot and I'm resting on my heel. So it's possible to do this kind of thing. But once again, I'm got my weight solely on that back foot. So I'm not leaning back. I've got lots of support right through the center. And the amount of stepping forward, this is a thing that we'll very commonly do, so I'm going to keep coming back to this, is there's a tendency when we go into the sinking that you'll find that even though we're trying to get our lower back flattened, many a time you'll notice that actually you'll have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. And one of the ways you'll notice that is that initially with more of an arch in your lower back, you'll step out too far. So the more that you just kind of let this flatten out as you go down, let your heel come out to just a place where it rests nicely on the ground, you'll have just the right amount of stance to go forward and back. Like that. With lots of support on the front foot as you come forward and the heel comes up, and lots of support on the back foot as your toe comes up. And you just go back and forth with that 9 times. Now I'll show you what that looks like in a chair in a moment, but we'll just go through it standing first.